It was meant to hold all human knowledge under one roof. Every scroll, every discovery, every idea worth preserving. The Library of Alexandria became legendary, not just for what it contained, but for how mysteriously it vanished. What really happened to the greatest library of the ancient world? Let's investigate.
A like helps the channel grow. Your subscription helps keep history from being forgotten.
The founding of a dream. The Library of Alexandria was founded in Egypt during the early 3rd century BC. It was established under the Ptolemaic dynasty, Greek rulers who took power after Alexander the Great's death. Ptolemy I Soter is credited with first conceiving the idea of a grand center of knowledge. His son, Ptolemy II Philadelphus, is often credited with fully developing the library's collection. Alexandria itself was strategically built as a major hub connecting Europe, Africa, and Asia. The city's location made it a natural center for trade, scholarship, and cultural exchange. The library aimed to collect and preserve knowledge from Greek, Egyptian, and other ancient civilizations. Ambitious Ptolemaic rulers reportedly ordered ships arriving in Alexandria's harbor to be searched for scrolls. Any texts found were copied, with copies returned to owners while originals stayed in the library. This aggressive collection strategy quickly transformed Alexandria into the intellectual capital of the ancient world.
Building the greatest collection in history. At its peak, the Library of Alexandria may have housed hundreds of thousands of scrolls. Estimates of its total collection range from 40,000 to as many as 700,000 papyrus scrolls. The library collected works on mathematics, astronomy, medicine, philosophy, poetry, and history. Scholars actively translated foreign texts into Greek, making diverse knowledge widely accessible. The library reportedly acquired original manuscripts of Greek tragedies directly from Athens. According to legend, Ptolemy III borrowed original Athenian texts, then kept them and forfeited a massive deposit. Egyptian priests may have contributed religious and historical texts unique to Egyptian civilization. The library likely held early astronomical records, medical texts, and mathematical treatises from across the ancient world. This massive collection made Alexandria an unmatched destination for scholars seeking knowledge. No other institution in the ancient world rivaled the scale of Alexandria's ambition. The museum and its scholars. The Library of Alexandria was part of a larger institution known as the museum. The museum functioned much like an ancient research university, dedicated to the muses. Scholars living within the museum received funding, housing, and meals to focus purely on research. This system allowed brilliant minds to dedicate their lives entirely to scholarship and discovery. Famous mathematician Euclid is believed to have worked in Alexandria, shaping the foundations of geometry. Astronomer and mathematician Eratosthenes served as head librarian and famously calculated Earth's circumference. Physician Herophilus conducted pioneering studies of human anatomy within Alexandria's scholarly community. The inventor Hero of Alexandria later designed early steam-powered devices and mechanical inventions. Poets, historians, and philosophers gathered in Alexandria, creating a vibrant intellectual community. The museum effectively functioned as history's first major research institution, supported by state patronage.
Great discoveries made at Alexandria. Alexandria's scholars produced groundbreaking discoveries that shaped science for centuries afterward. Eratosthenes calculated Earth's circumference with remarkable accuracy using simple geometric observation. Euclid compiled foundational mathematical principles still taught in geometry classes today. Alexandrian physicians made significant advances in understanding human anatomy through early dissection. Astronomers in Alexandria tracked celestial movements, refining ancient understanding of the cosmos. Scholars there also standardized and preserved classic works of Greek literature, including Homer's epics. Alexandria became a center for advancing geography, cartography, and early scientific measurement. Engineers developed early mechanical devices, foreshadowing later technological innovations. Alexandria's intellectual environment encouraged cross-disciplinary collaboration rarely seen elsewhere in the ancient world. These achievements established Alexandria's lasting reputation as history's first great scientific hub.
The mystery begins. Caesar's fire. The library's destruction remains one of history's most debated and mysterious events. One popular theory points to Julius Caesar's military campaign in Alexandria in 48 BC. During conflict with Egyptian forces, Caesar reportedly ordered enemy ships in the harbor burned. Ancient sources suggest this fire accidentally spread into parts of the city, possibly reaching the library. Historical accounts differ significantly on how much damage this fire actually caused. Some ancient writers claim the fire destroyed a portion of the library's scrolls near the harbor. Other sources suggest the main library building survived largely intact after this incident. Modern historians remain divided on whether Caesar's fire caused catastrophic or relatively minor damage. This event marks the first recorded instance of significant harm to the library's collection. Regardless of scale, Caesar's fire became forever linked to the library's eventual decline.
Competing theories of destruction, Caesar's fire wasn't the only event blamed for the library's eventual disappearance. Some ancient sources claim Roman Emperor Aurelian damaged the library during conflicts in the 3rd century AD. Others point to religious conflicts in the late 4th century AD as a major turning point. In 391 AD, Christian mobs, reportedly encouraged by Bishop Theophilus, destroyed pagan temples across Alexandria. The Serapeum, a related religious and scholarly institution, may have suffered significant destruction during this period. Some historians believe remaining scrolls from the original library were housed within the Serapeum by this time. A later, widely debated theory blames the Muslim conquest of Egypt in the 7th century AD. According to this account, Caliph Omar ordered remaining texts burned, believing the Quran contained all necessary knowledge. Most modern historians consider this particular story likely exaggerated or fabricated by later writers. In reality, the library probably declined gradually through multiple events rather than one single dramatic destruction.
What was truly lost? Regardless of exactly how it happened, the library's decline represented an immeasurable loss to human knowledge. Countless original texts likely disappeared forever, with no surviving copies elsewhere. Entire works by ancient philosophers, scientists, and playwrights were probably lost completely. Some historians believe advanced mathematical and astronomical knowledge may have been set back significantly. Unique historical records documenting ancient civilizations may have vanished without any surviving trace. Original scientific observations and experimental records were nearly impossible to fully recreate afterward. The loss likely disrupted the momentum of scientific progress achieved during Alexandria's Golden Age. Some scholars argue certain scientific advancements weren't matched again until centuries later. The true scale of intellectual loss remains impossible to measure with complete certainty. This uncertainty is precisely what makes Alexandria's destruction such an enduring historical tragedy.
Legacy and modern revival. Despite its physical destruction, the Library of Alexandria's legacy profoundly shaped intellectual history. It became a powerful symbol representing humanity's pursuit of knowledge and scholarly ambition. Later civilizations, including medieval Islamic scholars, preserved and expanded upon surviving Greek knowledge. Many surviving ancient Greek texts reached modern times through translations preserved outside Alexandria. The library's story inspired centuries of fascination among historians, writers, and scholars. In 2002, Egypt opened the Bibliotheca Alexandrina,
a modern library built near the original site. This new institution symbolically honors Alexandria's ancient legacy of learning and cultural exchange. The modern library houses millions of books, alongside museums, exhibitions, and research centers. It represents a deliberate effort to reconnect Alexandria with its legendary intellectual heritage. Though the ancient library is gone, its symbolic flame of knowledge continues burning today.
The true fate of the Library of Alexandria remains part mystery, part tragedy, and part legend. A powerful reminder of how fragile human knowledge can truly be. Whether lost to fire, conflict, or gradual neglect, its story still inspires our pursuit of learning today. If you enjoyed uncovering this ancient mystery, subscribe for more forgotten histories, and let us know in the comments which lost wonder we should explore next.